I think they have put childcare sort of in the back burner, or or completely overlooked the importance of childcare when we're talking about reopening the economy. And we're seeing that in the sense that the provincial government has done very little to actually support operators. They have done very little to support parents. One of the things we had asked for was, a lot of parents will actually need paid sick leave, for example, because some of them can't just go to their managers, their boss, and say, their employer, and say, well, you know what, I'm going to try to see if my kids are safe in this space, or send them back to classes, for example, and can I get a week off? You can't really do that. A lot of parents don't have the ability to do that. So one of the things we need the government to do is to provide, make it accessible for a lot of these, for family members, for parents to have access to paid sick leave. We also need to make sure that the spaces are safe, and that will be done if the cohorts are small and they're the same. So right now we have, people who are going to be in multiple cohorts. Well, it doesn't really matter if you make cohorts, if they're mingling in different cohorts. You're really undermining the whole social distancing and cohorting method, and putting a lot of kids at risk, and in turn putting a lot of parents and family members at risk, because we know kids can be really big vectors of this disease, but also they can get the disease. So it's not like they're completely immune to it. So there's a lot of issues that experts have pointed out. And class size is another one. The whole reopening needs to be done very, very carefully, because if we don't, we may end up with the second wave. And we have seen other countries that have had over 30 kids, for example, in a classroom, and they had to shut down. I think they had over 900 schools that were shut down, or classrooms that were shut down. If I'm forgetting the numbers, but the fact that we have an entire province opening up without really looking through all these details is going to be very problematic, and that's both for classrooms and childcare spaces. So it needs to be done very carefully.